What is up, F5's followers, wrestling fans, and members of the YWC? I'm JC Styles here with the F5 brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com with the Monday Night Raw review for January 28, 2013. It was Raw Roulette. I'm going to run this down a little bit, guys, because I'm not feeling very well. I'm a little under the weather. We opened the show. Vicky Guerrero has 3 wheels that she has. She has Vicky's Challenge, a wheel with all the wrestlers and match types. Then we go into the first match of the night, but is interrupted by CM Punk. CM Punk comes out, talks about his match last night at the Royal Rumble, that he was cheated, and he demands that the match be reversed, the decision be reversed, and he be given back his WWE Championship. He then talks about how the fans are nobody and that the fans shouldn't matter. He was just really going off. And this was the first time in a while that I've seen CM Punk go this off. Vince McMahon comes out and says that Paul Heyman, with the mysterious footage that Vince McMahon has received, that Paul Heyman will be undergoing a performance review later in the night, and that if the performance review doesn't sit well with Vince McMahon, that he will on the spot terminate Paul Heyman from the WWE. We go into the first match, special guest referee match, with Randy Orton picking up the win over Antonio Cesaro with the special guest referee, The Miz. This was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. I like that the fact that they're putting Antonio Cesaro in with guys such as Sheamus and Randy Orton. It really shows what he could do with brawlers, with serious competitors. It's just an overall great aspect when you see these guys in the ring. We then see Make Me Laugh, Ryback and Primetime Players. They have to tell a joke and get everybody in the WWE audience to laugh. And the Primetime Players try, and then they just fail. Then Ryback gets in the mic and says, "What has 4 eyes, 20 fingers, and is about to be unconscious?" He then rams through Titus O'Neil, and then once he gets the joke, pretty much that was the joke, just knocking out Titus O'Neil. Matt Striker goes to congratulate him and is met with a shell shock. We then see Wade Barrett in a pick your opponent match. He calls out Bo Dallas after being eliminated in the Royal Rumble. Bo Dallas upsets Wade Barrett and picks up the victory. Now, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this rookie. I really hope that WWE plans on using him over the next several Raws, because I want to see more of this young kid, and I think that he definitely has what it takes. I mean, he lasted a pretty long time in the Royal Rumble last night, and he eliminated the Intercontinental Champion and picked up a win over the Intercontinental Champion. So let's see what WWE is going to do. I don't follow NXT, so I don't know too much about Bo Dallas, with the exception is that he is Husky Harris's younger brother. So that's the only thing I know. We then see John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and John Cena picks up the win. John Cena then talks about his match last night in the Royal Rumble match, and that how 29 other superstars can come out and say that they would have won the Royal Rumble, but John Cena has the right to say that he won the Royal Rumble and decides to choose The Rock as the to compete for the WWE Championship. We then see Shield come running out and jump Cena. Then Sheamus and Ryback come out, and they are met by a beatdown as well to end this segment. We then see a lingerie pillow fight, which turns into a dance-off, which the competitors in this match didn't want to compete in this match. So then Vicky had Brodus Clay spin the wheel, and we find out that it's going to be a dance-off. Now, Brodus was supposed to tell Tensai and didn't. Tensai comes out dressed out in lingerie, and then they wind up dancing. Now, what a way to bury Tensai. And I think that they should just go back to calling him Albert and drop the whole Tensai character, because it's not, it's not fooling anybody. You know what I mean? It's not, the mysticism of the character just isn't there, because we obviously know it's Tensai. I mean, it's Albert, excuse me. Then we see Alberto Del Rio versus the Big Show in a body slam challenge. This wasn't even a match. Big Show jumps the gun, attacks Alberto, duct tapes him to the ropes while he has his way with Ricardo. Then he focuses his attention on Del Rio after hitting 2 WMDs. We then see a Las Vegas Showgirls Lumberjill match. In the ring, we saw Caitlyn and go against Tamina. This match wound up coming into a no contest when all the Lumberjills jumped in the ring and started beating on one another. And then the look on Tamina and on Caitlyn's face just told it all, that we have a feeling that we're going to be seeing these two feud over the Divas Championship. Then The Rock comes out, talks about his championship win, that this championship that he won last night is the most important, and that he wants the fans to know that that he cares about them and that this match was for them. And he talks about how CM Punk comes out week after week saying that the fans will never amount to nothing, and said that all is going to change. CM Punk then comes out and says that he demands that The Rock give what's hit back to him what is his, and that's the WWE Championship. And then The Rock calls him a punk-ass bitch and says that he needs to grow some courage and a pair of nuts and get in the ring, or he can stand up on the stage and be a punk-ass bitch. Then Punk goes to make his way down and then walks back up, and you hear a punk-ass bitch chants fill the arena. Then Punk says that I'm going to stay up here because I never lost a championship. I never lost. So he goes, how about this? I'll give you your rematch when and where. And CM Punk starts naming off the house show dates that WWE currently has booked for later this week for Raw. And knowing that The Rock can't compete at those shows, then says, how about in 3 weeks, me and you, I'll give you your rematch for the WWE Championship, and I'll beat your ass. And that he basically is talking about the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. We then go into the tables match where we see Sheamus defeats Damian Sandow. Then WWE Karaoke. We see Khali versus Zack Ryder. Khali has to sing HBK's theme. And then three-man come out and interrupt. They get beat down by Great Khali and Zack Ryder to end the segment. Then Chris Jericho comes out, talks about how great it is to be back and that he surprised all of us with a return at the Royal Rumble last night. Then Dolph Ziggler comes out, and after a few words, Vicky Guerrero comes up and says that they have to spin the wheel. They wind up coming up on Strange Bedfellows, which is a tag team match where they have to team up against Team Hell No. We see Team Hell No defeat Ziggler and Chris Jericho after Chris Jericho tags in, well, after Dolph Ziggler blindly tags himself in. Then with Kane's back to Chris Jericho, he slaps Kane in the back of the head and then jumps out of the ring. Ziggler is to eat a chokeslam, and Kane picks up the win for his team. Now, this was the most anticipated moment of the night, and I'll tell you the reason why. I'm just going to cut to the chase. Vince McMahon had video footage of Paul Heyman openly admitting that he paid Brad Maddox to interfere in the match at Hell in a Cell, low-blowing Ryback to have CM Punk retain the WWE Championship. Then he openly admits that he pays the Shield to get the job done to help keep Punk as WWE Champion. Then, as Vince McMahon is getting ready to say, you're fired, Brock Lesnar comes out, and F5's Vince McMahon. Now, I believe that this is possibly going to set up some kind of feud leading up to WrestleMania with Triple H. Now, there has been a lot of talks that Triple H versus Brock Lesnar was a big possibility a few weeks ago in the 4 leaked WrestleMania main events for WrestleMania 29. With that being said, I'm curious to see what's going to happen this coming Monday on Raw, where possibly Triple H could be in attendance, or possibly the following week on Raw. So let's see what happens. For the F1 brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com, I'm JC Styles. Leave your comments in the comment box below. Let me know your thoughts on what you thought of Monday Night Raw, and I'll catch you later.